Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Pretty Girl Podcast. If this is your first time listening, hi. I'm Ashley, and I started this podcast because I wanted to connect like-minded women from just all over the world. I wanted to talk about goal setting and military life. My husband is in the military, and I just felt like there were things that no one was talking about, especially as a military spouse. The moves, starting all over, making new friends, the chaotic schedules, the inability to ever plan for anything ever. I felt like this would be a good space to talk about all of that. And of course, in this podcast, I also throw in some fitness and nutrition just because I like talking about that sort of thing. It's good for me to have hobbies like that. It's good for, frankly, everybody to have hobbies, especially new mamas, which I am a new mama if you didn't know that. I am so determined to I just don't want to lose myself as a wife, as a mom, as a military spouse. And I think the best way to do that is to hold on to the things that make you, you, those hobbies, tapping into your hobbies and interests and having things in your life that are just for you. Maybe you run, maybe you paint, maybe you play the piano, whatever it is, make sure you make sure you make time for it. It's important, muy importante. So as we know, it is December 1st. And I like to look back and see how I've done on my November intentions. So, always like the beginning of the month, I look back and see how I did the month prior. And so today, I'm also making some new intentions for December. Listen, okay, I know it's the holidays and we all want to just relax and make pumpkin bread, but there's something to really just going after some goals before the new year and then starting the new year strong. That way you're going into January at a sprint rather than going into the new year just crawling because you're so hungover and exhausted and just full of crap food from the holidays. Just feel like there's a better way. I used to have the I'll start on Monday mentality or I'll start in January mentality. And I think that just sets you up for failure. I mean, that's what it did for me. And I realized that I don't want to start and stop because I think I've realized that I like the progress. I need the progress. I need to feel like I'm growing. Plus, starting over sucks. I always say that starting over sucks, no matter what you're starting over with. Like, I just would like to keep the ball rolling? So, what if you started small this month? Get that ball rolling, step away from the I'll start in January mentality and start right now. That way you can just keep it going come 2021. So when I do these podcasts, I like to imagine who I'm talking to. Maybe you're crushing your goals already and you just like to listen to this for some motivation. Or maybe you have been in a rut like 90% of the people out there. I feel it, everybody's feeling it. And you can't seem to stay on track with your goals. To that gal that's having a hard time staying on track, maybe it would help to really visualize where you'd like to be this time next year. What's your ideal situation? Where do you want to be? This is what has helped me in the past. It's what helped me to do things like, taking a year off of drinking or getting out of debt, doing fitness competition, run a marathon, whatever. Being in a rut is really hard and frustrating, but it is only temporary as long as you keep trying for your goal, right? You're not just going to wake up and be motivated. You're not going to be motivated all the time. Motivation comes and goes. We have to realize this. You have to learn to be disciplined. So, what does being disciplined look like? Discipline looks like getting to bed early enough so you can wake up for your workout. Discipline looks like saying no to a glass of wine because you told yourself you weren't going to drink during the week. Discipline looks like taking an hour in the mornings to reflect and read and write in your journal so you can create the life you want for yourself instead of life just happening to you. And I know you might feel like a leaf blowing in the wind some days. I have those days too, believe me. But sitting down and writing out intentions for the next month really helps to get your mind right and helps you feel like you have some say in your life. It gives you so much clarity. That's what I have found, anyways. Another thing that motivates me is fast forwarding to January and imagining that I'm looking back on December's intentions. What will I be proud of myself for doing? For me, I know I'll be proud of doing my best to eat healthy, drink my water, running, staying on top of podcasts, connecting with my husband, connecting with my baby and my family. So I set my intentions around those things. I'll give you an example of my intentions for this month, this upcoming month. So maybe it'll spark something up for you, okay? So the first thing I have is close move rings 20 times on my Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch, you understand. I love using this as a tool to track my activity, especially as I try to progress my activity after having baby, right? So I have increased the move goal each month since having Bella. So now I'm up to 650 calories burned a day. That's my goal, along with 30 minutes of exercise. So I try to hit those at least 20 times in a month. So the second thing I have is plan our leave. Bennett has a couple weeks of leave coming up, and we have it sort of planned, but I need to get it all organized and situated. We're going to fly to Vegas and then drive up to Zion at the end of the month. And I am so excited. I am a little nervous to fly with Bella, so send me any tips, please. It'll be fine though. We're really excited. The third thing that I have is just running stuff. So I want to run 2.25 miles on an incline 3 times. Then I'm going to go bump it up to 2.5 miles, no incline, and then do 2.5 miles on an incline. If you want more in depth on how I'm building my base for marathon training, you can listen to the episode from a few weeks ago called So You Want to Be a Runner? Okay, so then the fourth one I have is start week 1 of marathon training. Number 5, if I drink wine, have a glass of water in between each glass. Not hard, Ashley, not hard. Number 6, put 10 things away before bed. The clutter in living in an apartment drives me nuts, but putting 10 things away before bed is really helpful. Number 7, just more quality time with the husband, if you catch my drift. Last one, number 8, send out Christmas cards. I have such a love-hate relationship with Christmas cards. I love doing them, hate getting them out. It's such a pain. Whatever. I don't know why I go through it every year, but it's like I just can't not send a Christmas card, you know? So anyway, they're nothing major, huge, but it's just keeping my finger on the pulse of what's important to me, not losing myself, tapping into just what I want to continue working on. No matter how small it is, I hope you set some intentions this month and really continue to progress, even though it's the holidays, even though we're in the middle of a pandemic, whatever. There's always an excuse, right? So we have to progress. We have to grow. Small progress is still progress, and we have to focus on that. So that's it for you guys today. I am thinking of you all. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a lovely Tuesday, and I will talk to you all next week. Thank you for listening to Purdy Girl Podcast. If you have a second, please rate and review and share this podcast with somebody you think would love it. See you next week.